I shared these words 2 days ago as my sermon for Shabbat Parashat Vayetsei. It's titled, Grateful and Disappointed. I am teaching today with two people in mind. First, in memory of my classmate Marilyn Feld, who passed away this week. May her neshama have an aliyah. Second, in honor of my teacher Rabbi Shai Held, Harav Shai Aviad ben Balfura. May he be granted a full and complete refuah shlema. His empathetic reading of this parasha has strongly influenced what I have chosen to say this morning. You have to feel sorry for Leah. Jacob arrives at her father's house and immediately falls for Leah's younger, more beautiful sister, Rachel, Rachel. Leah has weak eyes, the Torah tells us, and garners no attention from Jacob. The 7 years of labor that Jacob put in to marry Rachel were for him but a few days because of his love for her, the Parsha says. But the fairy tale courtship comes with a twist. Leah follows her father's directions, and likely also the guidance of Rachel, and substitutes herself for her sister on what was supposed to be Jacob and Rachel's wedding. The older sister perhaps thinks that once she is married to Jacob, that he would learn to love her. She goes to sleep hoping for a new, happy married life. In the morning, though, she wakes up to Jacob screaming, "What is this you've done to me? I was in service for Rachel. Why did you deceive me?" It would be humorous were not so sad. Sad for Jacob, though he will have the opportunity to work more to get the true love of his life. And sadder still for Leah, who is realizing that Jacob does not love her, and likely never will. The entrance a week later of Rachel into the marriage as another wife only further distances Leah from Jacob. As the Torah makes clear, Jacob loves Rachel more than Leah. Perhaps as a balm to her pain, God provides Leah children in quick succession. The first is Reuven, meaning both that the Lord has seen my affliction, but also, now my husband will love me. Now that she has provided Jacob with a son, an heir to his dynasty, perhaps Leah thinks, perhaps now her husband will come to love her. But this is not to be. After birthing Shimon, her next son, Leah declares, "This is because the Lord heard," Shama, like Shimon, "the Lord heard that I was unloved, and has given me this one also." Leah is in need of love. It is given by God, but still not by Jacob. With the birth of Levi, she states confidently, "This time my husband will become attached, Yilaveh like Levi, to me, for I have borne him 3 sons. Surely," she thinks, "I provided 3 sons, while my sister Rachel has provided none. Surely he will now, maybe not love me, but at least he'll become attached to me, show some sort of concern, some hint of caring." Now this is the point in the story where, were this to be the real housewives of Haran, her girlfriends would put together a surprise intervention. This is when they finally convince her to leave. "You'll never be happy with him," they say. "He will never love you." We, the readers of the Torah, feel for Leah and for her unrequited love. But there is no intervention. Rather, Leah gets pregnant again. We, good readers of the text, anticipate another name that signifies her longing for a real relationship with Jacob. But that is not how the story plays out. Son number 4 she names Yehudah, declaring, "This time I will praise," Odeh like Yehudah, "this time I will praise the Lord." Jacob is not mentioned. Leah is a woman forlorn, stuck in a loveless marriage, who suddenly expresses thankfulness rather than longing. Somewhere between child 3 and child 4, Leah must have done some serious introspection. She realizes that Jacob will never love her. She accepts that she has to own her decisions and cannot turn back the clock. She comes to see the beauty and good fortune of her children not as lures for Jacob, but as humans worthy of her love for its own sake. She knows now that she won't have the kind of marriage that perhaps she once dreamt of, the kind of marriage that Jacob will have with Rachel. She is, I'm sure, still saddened by that. There are regrets, perhaps, but things could have been different. But against that sadness and those regrets, she recognizes the blessings in her life and therefore offers thanks. There are so many people in my life, as I'm sure in yours, who long for something that they can no longer attain in the way they have always dreamed. Single friends who've not yet and perhaps may never meet their mate. Women and couples who desperately yearn for a pregnancy that does not materialize. Friends who have divorced and resent feeling both a failure and the need to begin again a part of their life that they had long ago left behind. Finally, disappointment in jobs that disappear or that continue but go nowhere and offer little in the way of satisfaction. And yet you're too old or too dependent on the bi-weekly paycheck that you're unable to retrain in an area better suited to your desires. 2 days ago was American Thanksgiving. Most years I'd be spending the day with Deborah's extended family while deep frying the turkey that I don't eat on the driveway. It is a holiday that I've come to appreciate more and more every year. This year, we all Zoomed together, listened to Jacob play the piece he composed for violin, caught up in everyone's lives, and did what we could to sort of eat together. Before I headed off to my basement for the shul board meeting. It was not perfect. It was not ideal. There was, for all of us, a sense of disappointment, like we had somehow been cheated. Nevertheless, we made a special point of going around and talking about what we were grateful for this year. It was an important exercise, given the circumstances. It is one that I hope you do as well. We, the Jewish people, are named after that fourth son of Leah. We are Yehudim, after Yehudah. We are the people who are founded upon the premise that we offer gratitude, thanks, and praise, even, perhaps especially, when life isn't perfect. Today, life continues not to be perfect. People are suffering. The economic impact is real and scary. So too is the isolation. While Adat Israel has little control over the first, we are doing our best to connect with you and help you connect with each other to lessen the isolation of these times. Don't wait for us to call you. We're doing our best to reach out. But if there's something that you need, if you're feeling down, if you just want to talk, please, we encourage you to call us at any time. As Yehudim, it is incumbent upon us to accept the challenges of today's world, while also offering gratitude for those parts of our life that are indeed blessings. I'm grateful for all of you who have come to shul today, and all those who are participating from home. Thank you for being here. It means a lot to me and to so many others.